This journey is about so much more, and you have to discover it first. What is that more? What is that beyond that love story? You have to do it on your own. All right, let's do another row. 6 of coins. Seeing 7 of swords. Ace of wands. Ace of wands. Yeah. We have the death card as well. You have the death card as well. So what you think around this energy, it's actually a fact. Remember what we said. You realize that many things would have to change. You would have to walk away from many things, and especially this person. Many things in terms of mindset, physical life would have to change in order for this relationship to work. It's that transformation, and it is actually a fact. But remember what I said, it's two people need to have the readiness to make that change. You cannot force anyone. Again, you cannot put maturity in anyone. You cannot put the courage into anyone, the willingness. You can't do it. Like, people think that in a relationship you can do it for both, but you can't. You can. Once we are in inner union and an external union, once we are together in a relationship, the power of true soul tie relationship is that we lean on each other, right? When you are tired, I will push, and when I'll be tired, you will push, right? We're in this together. We become one. When we fuse, we truly become the extension of each other. It's what I mentioned to you guys in part 1, I believe, about those changes in life and, and moving to another country. So we become extension of each other. You don't think about this other person in true soul tie relationship, true alone wolves in a pack. You don't think about this person as it's like them. It's us. It's always us. Whatever I will do, you understand that it will have the effect on another, because you know that your souls have fused in divine union. The fact that you have 2 different bodies is like something that you have to deal with this physical world, but the consciousness is one, right? So you cannot separate it anymore. Whatever decision you take, whatever challenge you have, you never put this person aside as if it's not your business, it's my decision. That doesn't happen in healthy relationship. We understand, okay? Again, it truly, allow it to sink in. One consciousness in 2 bodies, right? It's an extension of you. It's like physically you don't see it, but energetically through cords, you're always connected, and it gets fused energetically once we get into physical union, right? But what was I saying? Sorry. There is a transformation that needs to happen. There are certain things that you have to allow to happen, trust to happen. There is definitely this energy of the biggest shadow for both of you would be that worthiness, that lack of self-love. It's going to manifest in different ways, right? For you, it's going to manifest that you don't feel like you on your own, you're enough for yourself. And for this person, anxiety, like I said, for this person is going to manifest that they don't feel like they're worthy of this amazing lifetime and life and this amazing relationship. Your journey is just beginning, but right now there's chaos. There's chaos. You don't know what this journey is. You don't know yourself. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you come from. To really reach that highest, most aligned timeline, we have to connect to our southern nodes and our northern nodes. Where we come from is the karma. Where we're going is the dharma. In this connection, the feminine tends to connect more to the northern nodes, because you are the leader of this connection, spiritual leader. Where we're going, where is that highest timeline? You get visions from that highest timeline. You lead the both of you to that. Whereas the masculine looks towards the southern nodes, where you came from, to release that, to clear that karma, to release that baggage, everything that's holding back, so he can catch up, right? You really have to step into the true alone wolf energy on this journey. And that's something that you need to focus on right now. And I always say this to you guys, true alone wolf is not someone who fears commitment. It's like, oh, I'm on my own because it's better, because no one changed me. True alone wolf is just simply someone who has such a high point of self-esteem, true divinity, that she knows, the alone wolf energy knows, that I'm equally fulfilled and happy whether I am physically in a relationship or I'm not. Because this physical world is just an illusion, and whoever is my true soul connection, we're always connected through the cords that connect us. Red cords, golden cords. There is, with this Three of Cups, there is a third party energy, because when we pulled that card from the Oracle, I was seeing Three of Cups, and I was thinking to myself, if we pull Three of Cups, it's a confirmation. So despite the fact that this person sees you as well as someone who gives something that they never felt before, is very special, but they fear that because they're stuck on a shallow matrix level of existence. So they are connecting to other people. You have to accept that. And you have to heal that. You know what I always say to my feminines? You will go nowhere on this journey if you will only focus on healing yourself and tapping into your mission. There are 3 pillars of this journey, right? I have to make a post about this on my website, because I have a section that talks about divine law, and divine love and divine connection. But it's also important to understand that those 3 things that they have to be conquered on this journey. We have healing for ourselves, healing of the soul that we do on this journey. We have tapping into our mission, because being on this journey means to live a life of service. But the third thing that many, many feminists forget about is to heal the connection. Is to have understanding, forgiveness, compassion to everything that happens in that 3D. All right, let's now tap into his energy using the same oracle deck. So let's see, how does Source see your masculine, this person on your mind? What's their actual energy right now? I won 4 cards, and then we're gonna do 1 more. Alright, that's actually nice. I think they actually have nicer energy that you were seeing. Yeah, but there are certain things that you're not seeing, okay? So, we have the Phoenix. That's the last card. That's a beautiful card, right? Something has to burn in order for us to transform, right? True transformation. When we talk about this, we always talk about the caterpillar. It freaking almost dies when it transforms into a butterfly. It fully surrenders to that transformation, right? It doesn't fight, it doesn't insist. Fire needs to happen for us to burn and be reborn, right? And unfortunately, in case of this person right now, it's a heavy karmic fire. It's a heavy karmic fire. We have a panther as well. This is a heavy purge. So many things have to be eliminated in this person's physical life, in this person. I wouldn't be surprised if they right now are really not in the nicest place in life. And it may also be influencing your connection, because if you are if you are in a good place, right? So you have some good friends, you have a nice job, you can really focus. It's the survival mode, right? When we expand our consciousness, right, we sort of reach higher levels of consciousness and higher levels of this game. We raise our vibration, and as we raise our vibration, our external world adjusts itself to that vibration. It's that law of attraction that I explained to you guys. You shift your mindset, you raise your vibration, you start to feel and expand what you deserve, right? And those things in your external world change. And as you go, higher and higher, expanding those levels of consciousness, you release certain things in life, right? So that external world changes, and it's through constant transformation, and it's through constant growth, but it has to happen, right? You have to let go of the shackles, whatever is it that is holding you back, right? There's a specific reason I was saying you this, and right now I don't remember. But yes, sorry, I remember. So when you are still on a lower level of consciousness, when you are still on a lower vibration, right, you attract what you are. So if you're very negative, if you have that glass wall, you don't believe that you're worthy, that you deserve better things, that's all you're going to attract, right? Crap. It's all you're going to attract. Karmic relationships, negative people, right? And when you are in that state, that is a bit of a vicious cycle. When you are in that state, it's really hard to think about perfect life. Literally, there's sometimes we're in such difficult karmic fire that even dreaming about our highest timeline and having those dreams, daring to have those dreams, it can be painful because we really don't believe that we could ever reach that. So you are higher on your level of vibration than this person. So you already can think that we could do this, we could overcome this. This person is in such karmic fire right now, dealing with so much physical, I'm seeing a tower card as well, physical things that they wouldn't even be able to this is why they're so in bother. They don't even want to deal with this, right? But it's something that they have to go through. In order to purge, things have to burn. Sometimes we really do have to reach rock bottom to understand that we want to go up. We don't want to stay where we are. But it has to be an individual choice. And I'm not liking that elephant as the first card, because you know that the elephant is a victim of faith and master of destiny. I think this person is bound right now by this mindset that they're victim of fate. They don't understand everything that I've explained to you in I think the previous part, or whichever part it was, that the actions have consequences. They think that it's luck that other people have that. They think that it was fated for other people, and for them it's fated not to have that love. Because it happened, it's the right love and not in the right time. They're going through all these things, so they don't even want to think about this, and they don't deserve the very happy ending. Like fate is not in their favor. Do you know what I mean? But it's good, because even though you don't see it on the core level of them, there's so many karmic things that are happening. That fire is burning. That there's going to be no other option for them to push. It's just going to take time. Ready for your adventure? Are you ready for your adventure? It's a big adventure. The greatest adventure we ever embark on. Greatest gifts. Panther. Okay. Okay. Vicious cycle. At the bottom of the deck. Vicious cycle. All right, you guys. We have eliminate distractions. We have locked heart, unfortunately. But we sensed this in previous parts. We talked about this. This person has a locked heart. They don't even want to let anyone in because they're so fearful. It's not going to end as a happy ending. What does it even mean, happy ending? You guys, if you think about this. This game of life is always temporary. We always lose things. It's meant to be temporary. Our eternal soul wants to live through that experience, because once you're back there, again, your awareness, you feel it all, you have it all, you experience it all. For eternity. Imagine that. You want to play a little game that it feels like It's the beauty of being able to lose something. We appreciate it more. When you are with your dream person, right? And you really have had to fight for it, work for it, right? And you really are on that level of presence and consciousness, right? You wake up, you literally look at this person, and every second you feel, I am so lucky. Because it's granted, but it won't last. It will change. We change every day. We will expand as people. We will get older. We will proceed. We can be together till the end of our days, but everything will change. We will embark on the next chapter of this journey. Who we're going to be, where we're going to be in maybe 5 years or however many years, it's going to be different. So this moment as it lasts, it's unique. And it's the fact that Candle just went crazy. The fact that it can go away makes it so beautiful. But out there, nothing disappears from quantum fields. Everything that was, could have been, will be, ever been, it always exists in the quantum field. And as awareness, as a soul, as we release this physical body, whatever timeline we have materialized through our growth and our choices, we can always go back and relive it. You guys know that I always explain this to you, that those moments in life when you think to yourself, oh, I just want to remember this moment because it's so amazing. This is because your higher self is there. It's because your soul is there. Because you sort of imprinted that in forcefully into that quantum field. You really materialized it through gratitude, for presence. That your soul, once it stops playing that game, it can come back whenever they want. So in those moments when you think, oh my God, it's so beautiful, I want to remember the smell, I want to remember the weather, I want to remember how it felt in my body, it's because your higher self is there. It never disappears. Never. Energy cannot be killed. It can only transform. Right? But it's not something that this person understands. They have love hard out of fear. And it's something that they have to purge. They have to deal with on their own. You cannot help them. All you can do is hold space for them through your own healing. And we have, you can leave the room. This is a card of being in karmic relationships and not feeling worthy of better relationships, of better love, of better connection. So it's something that, and it's on top of that Phoenix, it's something that they have to learn. In order to get more from the universe, again, we have to look Father Universe in its eyes and say, I want more, I deserve more. And as long as I'm not getting more, I don't want anything. I'm going to be here existing with no friends and with no relationships until you give me what I deserve. Universe waits for that, for us to say, I deserve it. And yeah, I always say to you guys that life is not about deserving, but this is it. People say that they deserve it. I deserve love. Like people constantly say that. I deserve to be happy, but they don't embody it. You have to do both. You have to embody it. You have to match the frequency of these things. And then take a decision. I will not settle. Ever. Ever. And we have the fourth card that they have is develop compassion. That's on top of that eagle. I was hearing that, they have to, maybe they have the tendency to be a little cocky. We do have to find humility on this journey, right? Because especially on this journey, we're very powerful souls. We're very old souls, right? So we do have the capacity to walk Christ consciousness in this life, but we have to find humility. The understanding that we're all one, see ourselves in another, never judge, never point fingers, never call names, never call someone evil, stupid, narcissist, just to understand that whatever they've been through, I might have been through. We're all one consciousness. Separation is just an illusion, right? They have to embark on this journey to find their humility, to find a way back to that open heart. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. I love you so incredibly much, and I will be back tomorrow.